Greetings, everyone, and welcome. November the 25th, 2025, 11:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:10 a.m. in Kyiv, Ukraine. The huge news tonight is that Bloomberg reporting that they have wiretaps, recordings, and transcripts of conversations that are private between Witkoff, Ushakov, and Dmitriev, where they are discussing conversations about Ukraine, conversations about the American peace plan, conversations how to negotiate with Trump, when Zelensky will be at the White House, and we have tonight Donald Trump on Air Force One not denying this. If you're not denying it, in my opinion, especially on this, the confirmations are coming left and right. We have confirmation that there have been some recordings, transcripts, and we have everything for you up to this moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let's jump right into this. This is a game changer once again, coming on the heels of the struggles with the peace plan that's supposed to be coming together between the United States and Ukraine to be presented to Russia. Let's start on this one, actually. This is the Bloomberg article where it dropped. Putin advisors discuss plans for dealing with Trump. Bloomberg reporting at 2:51 Eastern Standard Time. We have the transcripts. We have the recordings. We're releasing them all. I even have a sample of one. I have everything in the Russian, translated it into the English. Here is just a sample for you. And this is from a conversation prior to Zelensky meeting the last time at the White House. This is Ushakov talking with Witkoff. So Ushakov is the guy on the left there, the direct presidential aide to Putin, Witkoff on the right. And I remind you guys that the Russians speak perfect English. It's a huge advantage. And just hold on a minute. I want you to hear this transcript. I'm going to read a portion of it to you, and then we'll go to the Trump audio talking about this just a few minutes ago, actually on Air Force One. So Ushakov says in the yellow, I understand. Witkoff says, so if we create a situation like after that I talked with Yuri, that's Ushakov, and we discussed the plan, I think this may lead to serious progress. Ushakov, okay. That sounds good. Good. Witkoff replies, and one more thing. Zelensky will be at the White House on Friday. Ushakov, I know. And then he chuckles. Witkoff, I will go to that meeting because they want me there. But I think if possible, it would be good to arrange a call with your boss before that meeting. Ushakov, before? Before, right? Witkoff, correct. Ushakov, okay, I got your advice. I will discuss it with my boss and get back to you. Witkoff, okay, Yuri, talk soon. Ushakov, great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Witkoff, bye-bye. Ushakov, bye. And of course, we know that then that huge Putin presidential Trump direct conversation happened on Thursday, and Friday, everything changed. This is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. And I've got already Ukrainian analysts coming out and speaking about it. But before we get there, let's go straight now to Air Force One and let's listen to Donald Trump being asked about this just minutes ago.
What's the next step?
They're going to keep talking. They're talking to Russia now. Steve Witkoff is going over, maybe with Jared. I'm not sure about Jared going, but he's involved in the process, smart guy, and they're going to be meeting with President Putin, I believe, next week in Moscow.
Next week in Moscow?
I think so.
Okay, next week in Moscow, Witkoff and Jared Kushner. That's who he's talking about heading. Well, yeah, they're going to meet with Putin next week in Moscow. Next week in Moscow? I think so. Now, here's the next question. What kind of concessions are the Russians going to have to make? And yes, we're getting to the Witkoff statement.
What concessions are the Russians going to have to make?
Well, they're making concessions. They're big concessions as they stop fighting and they don't take any more land.
Think about that, guys. The big concession that Russia is making is that they stop fighting and they do not take any more land. That's the absolute Kremlin viewpoint.
Again, it's a war that would have never happened if I was president. This was not anything that was going to happen. This happened because of stupidity. It's too bad.
So if Witkoff is going to Russia next week, does that mean that Thanksgiving deadline doesn't stand anymore for Ukraine to agree to this deal?
See what happens. They set up a date, and the date is going to be sometime in the very near future.
Do you have a new deadline for a deal to be reached?
I don't have a deadline. You know what the deadline for me is? When it's over.
Okay, so the 27th deadline, as I reported a few hours ago, that's gone. I don't have a deadline, and the deadline is when it's over.
And I think everybody's tired of fighting at this moment. They're losing too many people.
Have you heard this audio that Bloomberg has of?
Okay, now I want to make a statement, then we're going to go back to that audio. Okay, they're losing too many people. They're tired of fighting. Just because you're tired does not mean that you quit. You're defending your future, your freedom, your homeland. Okay, let's focus in on the Witkoff audio now. This is the question. Listen to the answer.
Losing too many people.
Have you heard this audio that Bloomberg has of Witkoff coaching the Russians on how to appeal to you and get on your good side?
No, but that's a standard thing, because he's got to sell this to Ukraine. He's got to sell Ukraine to Russia. That's what a deal maker does.
Excuse me? That's what you do. Oh, you wiretap and record audio, and you can read the internal conversations that are very, very pro-Russian, and I'm being very conservative at that. And then it's a standard thing because we've got to sell Ukraine to Russia. What?
To say, look, they want this, you've got to convince them with this. That's a very standard form of negotiation. I haven't heard it, but I heard it was standard negotiation. And I would imagine he's saying the same thing to Ukraine, because each party has to give and take.
So you're worried that he's too pro-Russian?
I think, look, this war could go on for years, and Russia's got a lot more people, got a lot more soldiers, So I think if Ukraine can make a deal, it's a good thing. I think it's great for both. Frankly, I think it's great for both.
What's great for both? Ukrainian capitulation, wiretaps, recording the Russians basically telling Witkoff how to operate, and Witkoff telling the Russians how to operate, all on behalf of Russia, all against Ukraine. It's obvious to see. All the transcripts are there, guys. I'm just giving you a little sample, and we basically have Trump confirming it here.
But Ukraine's got it's a much smaller group of people. They've lost a lot of people. Russia's lost a lot of people, but Russia has a much bigger pool of people.
Mr. President,
Yeah, I have no more comments on that. It's late at night here. It's just confirmation that what Bloomberg is reporting is accurate. And this is acceptable negotiations. Very, very unfortunate. So you may ask, well, what's Ukraine saying about this at this late night hour? I can show you. This is some of the key analysts I follow, and I'm quoting directly. It's likely the phone of Ushakov was tapped as two of his conversations were leaked with Witkoff and Dmitriev. It's possible that the Russians leaked this to discredit the plan, or the USA, less likely, which also puts this peace plan at risk. In any case, this is harsh. Eavesdropping on such high-ranking officials and leaking their conversations could lead to an international scandal. We will see what happens tomorrow, but the feeling is not good. Can you imagine what Lavrov is going to be saying next? I mean, Ushakov is the direct presidential aide to Putin. It's close. Who benefits from this leak? Russia, primarily to discredit the peace plan that does not meet their desires and to buy more time, which could put a pause for several months where they keep waging war. Certain individuals in the USA may benefit to discredit Trump, his team to smear them. Also unlikely but possible, this could be some attempt to pressure Russia. Either we sign or everything goes down the drain. In short, nothing is clear. And those are direct quotes for you. And finally, of course, Kirill Dmitriev. There he comes out. This is the Bloomberg tweet. Read the transcript of the October 29th phone call between Ushakov, Putin's most senior foreign policy advisor, and Kirill Dmitriev, economic advisor of the Russian president. Kirill Dmitriev at the bottom, fake. Okay, well, evidently not fake when the president of the United States confirms that that is how we negotiate. It's normal. We're trying to sell Ukraine to Russia and Russia to Ukraine. This is where we're at tonight, guys. Tomorrow, there's going to be some fireworks on this, and you're now prepared. We'll keep you posted. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. Turn that notification bell on. Come join our Discord, link in the description. Discuss it with us. We'll be there. You guys be blessed. Have a good night.